And here we are stealing music from another game show. Probably going to get shut down. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Well Really.
Yeah.
And your host of the show, it's SHDU. Oh, shit.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. I don't have my outfit on. Hi, hello, everyone.
Introduce everybody, jackass. Let's go.
Okay. And let's meet our contestants. First up, we have, you know him, you love him. It is young Phil.
All right, and the music's back. What's up, everybody? We are starting this show.
And of course, we have the wonderful, beautiful Jennifer.
Hi.
I'm just lucky to be
I'm
here.
happy to be here. I'm happy to be here.
We have the man with an omniscient beard, Graveyard.
Oh my God, Bob Barker, I love you.
and special guest, Sacramento Deadpool.
Where am I? What is this place?
How
You cannot leave.
How did
You
I
cannot
get
leave
here?
unless you win this game.
promotion?
Already
this
got some answers out
is
here.
well, really. All right.
Sweet.
So, how's everybody feeling? How we doing?
We're doing good. I'm over here playing generic TV themes.
I'm pretty sure one of those was not generic TV themes.
No. It is a generic version of that theme. So it's not.
okay.
It's not the original version. It is somebody recreating that version. Like dating
I
show is
gotcha.
playing right now. I'm gonna play Jeopardy. Let's do this.
Sweet.
You want me to just do the dating thing? Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, there you go.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da.
I like long
I think that's the new
walks on the beach and exploding whales with dynamite.
Where are we in Oregon?
Yes, we
All
are.
right. So, is everybody on your buzzers?
Yes.
Yes,
All right.
I am. It says I am already buzzed. Oh, there it goes.
Oh, there we go.
I had to manually do that. So.
He's like, I have
$1,
to
Bob. $1.
This is not Jeopardy. This is well, really.
for all of the marbles.
That sounds like Samantha.
Black Widow.
All right.
So, moving on. The rules are simple. I have a slideshow of slightly incorrect statements about the nerdy things you know and love. You may buzz in by, our buzzer, our lovely buzzer here, whenever you wish to correct the statement, but your correction must be preceded with the phrase, well, really, or you will not get it. Exactly. Is everyone clear on the rules?
Well, really, I don't know and love these questions.
I have a question.
And I've been
No
here
question.
the whole time.
I have a question.
Right.
What's your question?
My question is, what does preceding mean?
Before? You should know this.
Yeah.
Maybe I did, but maybe not everybody else is going to know what that word means.
What?
Nerd. Before,
show we're
so
on.
before
Look
our
at the channel
answer,
we're on.
Before or after?
it's before. So you would say,
Before.
well, really?
I swear if you keep that thing on.
I'm gonna do it the entire show. It's gonna be great.
All right. I'm good. Let's proceed.
Let's do this
All
thing.
I am the voice in Shadoo's head.
It
It's
almost
not-
sounds like Baby Groot.
How do you know that? How do you know?
I am Groot.
That does
So-
sound like Baby Groot.
It
I am
does.
Groot.
It does. All right, is everyone ready to play the game?
How
Play the
you
game.
did it.
Yes.
We're here to do one thing and one thing only, and that's play well, really. So since you saw a little hint of the first question, here, I'm just going to start with the first question.
It's a good place to start.
The Star Wars galaxy is full of diverse planets with names that range from the cool, like Utapau, to the stupid, like Stoojon. but some of the most common planet names are just lazy rehashes of the Tuween suffix. This obviously includes Tatooine, but there are also many, many more, such as Dantooine, Klatooine, Septuine, Mintuine, and Zaytuine.
Here's the thing: is I know it's wrong, but I don't know what's wrong.
Well, did someone buzz in?
I did.
I did not see that. So that's...
It's there. Yeah, I see
Oh,
it.
Player's Buzz, yes.
Yeah.
See,
Jesus Christ.
it's lucky to be here.
That is me.
That is you. All right,
'cause I am
Phil,
just
go.
lucky to be here. Well, really, some of those names at the end are fucking made up.
I'm going to need you to be a little bit more specific.
Septuine and Zaytuine are definitely made up. I said,
One
well,
of
really,
those is correct.
fuck,
If
son
if
of a-
someone else
Oh.
wants to buzz in and tell me which one of them, Graveyard, go.
Mintuine is not correct. Well, really, Mintuine is not correct.
That is incorrect.
well, really, fucking Septuine is not real.
Well, you already buzzed in there, Phil.
Yeah, but
Wait,
Zach
And-
Deadpool is next.
Yeah. Well, really, Septuine and Zetuine. Oh no, it's well, really, Zetuine and Klatooine are not the real names of planets.
Once again, you're correct on one of them.
oh, so we know which one it is now. Jen, you want to give us the answer now?
I
But
guess
I
I can. Well, really, Klatooine is not the correct Tuween.
That's
version.
incorrect.
Okay, it's me.
Gosh,
Can I
darn it!
buzz the fuck in again?
Can I buzz in again?
Oh, I don't know. That's up to the host.
I will go through one more round here of buzzing.
Well, motherfucker.
Sack Deadpool.
All right. Well, really, Dantooine and Zetuine are not real
Tatooine's real.
planets.
Both of the ones you just said are real.
Damn it!
I knew
Graveyard.
Dantooine was real.
Klatooine is not real.
Nope, that is real.
I said Klatooine.
All right, and then last is Phil.
Well, really, Septuine is not a real fucking planet.
That is correct. Septuine is the fake one.
I'm having so much fun so far.
Are you?
Dantooine. Okay, so just to throw it out there for Sack Deadpool, Leia literally says Dantooine.
Zetuine.
They're on
One of the
Dantooine.
first
Well,
planets named in Star Wars.
technically,
so
well,
yeah.
really, because it was destroyed, it doesn't exist anymore.
Dantooine was not destroyed. It still exists. Alderaan was destroyed.
Yeah, but she says
Well, really.
Dantooine. They're on
Oh, they're
Dantooine.
on Dantooine.
When really they were not on Alderaan. They were on fucking Yavin,
Yeah,
and she
they're
was
on
trying
Yavin,
to
exactly.
Yeah.
save everybody on Yavin.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was
So my
harrowing.
sister's just for Sandra Betty in the chat. My sister's graduation was in the morning, and we decided we didn't want to wait 4 hours for the next thing in San Francisco, and we ended up just coming home. So that's why I'm here now.
All right.
Hey,
So, is
So-
everyone ready for the next question?
So
Feel good?
Phil has 1 point.
Yes, Phil has 1 point, and no one has anything else.
Question, Daddy.
Again, I'm very uncomfortable right now.
It's supposed to. I discovered this shit on the fucking mixer, and I can't not use the shit anymore.
All right, we're
Try
moving
really
on to the next
hard.
question.
I can try, but I'm not going to.
We're moving on.
All right.
The lore of Dungeons. I'm sorry. This is a question about D&D. The lore of Dungeons and Dragons is incredibly variable, depending on the settings as well as who's running it. But there are a few through lines that most DMs abide by. One of these through lines are the realms of existence beyond the mortal plane. These include many familiar names like Hell, Ysgard, Acheron, and Arcadia, along with less familiar names such as the Beastlands, Feywild, Shadowfell, and Arborea.
I'm out. I don't know. I don't know shit about D&D. I'm going to put that up there right now.
I'm trying to go through these names because they're all
And-
names
and
I know, but
once
I guarantee
again,
none of these is
Once
not right.
again, I am saying that you can interrupt me at any point. You can buzz in. Gravy?
Hell. Well, really, hell is spelled incorrectly. It's only 1 L.
You're on the right track. I will say there
Oh.
are 2 things wrong with this. Frey.
Well, really, Easgard is misspelled.
That is incorrect. In D&D, it is spelled like that.
Really?
Yep.
They're wrong.
I don't know if there was like a copyright issue or something.
Probably.
Anyone else
Copyright with Nordic myth?
with
That's like-
with Vikings. I don't know.
I mean, I guess we're all a little Viking, right?
Would anyone else like to hazard a guess here?
I can't yet.
I have another guess, but yeah.
I just
Oh.
reset your buzzer. So, Frank.
Okay. Well, really, the Beastlands aren't a thing,
No.
and
no, they are.
Arborea is spelled wrong. They are? Okay. Well,
Those
never
are
mind.
both real things, and they're both spelled.
You know, you said
yeah.
we could interrupt you, but I
No,
never
no,
said
I-
you could interrupt me.
All right. I'm gonna have one more. Does anyone want to go, or we want to give up here?
I'm not even buzzing in.
That's
'cause
fair.
This is
That's fair. Gravy.
Well, really.
Yes.
These are not realms of existence beyond the mortal plane.
That's incorrect. They are.
Okay.
Okay. So there are two things wrong with this.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of picked up on one of them. First of all, it is not called hell. It is the hells, or the what are they? The 9 hells.
Mm-hmm.
And it is not called the mortal plane. It is called the material plane.
Oh God, these
Oh,
fucking
wow.
small little.
Yeah.
Well,
That is-
then I say none of
That
these
is
exist
the
beyond.
game.
Then I say
What?
none of these exist beyond the mortal plane. Therefore, it's not the
No,
mortal
no,
plane.
they all they exist
Oh,
beyond
there
the
we
mortal
go.
plane, but it's the
Technicalities.
material plane, not the mortal plane.
Right. That's
Right.
what. So they can't exist beyond the mortal plane. That doesn't exist.
I'm not giving you the point.
I'm so fascinated by all of this.
so my question is because it's a material plane. Is this
Loophole.
one that Madonna's on it all the time?
Yes. And
Yeah.
you know, she's all of the different Madonnas throughout the years. It's great.
Yeah, each one is like
All the variants.
a different variation of Madonna. Like
Mhm.
hell, you've got like
Yes.
the Dick Tracy version, or not? Like that's like the Beastlands or Shadowfell.
And you
Yeah.
have to fight them all to win a prize.
All right.
All right. So
It's
this
One
next
Irish.
one,
from Idris Elba.
Oh God, looking at the chat or at our group chat right now, I think Tyler's talking shit to Sack Deadpool. What did he say? He says the one who's going to a Renaissance fair. You don't know shit about D&D.
Fair point.
This is a good point.
Oh man.
This is a good point.
It is
All
a,
right,
very, it is a
this
very
next
valid
question-
point. It's a very valid point, Tyler. I will give you that. That
Hey,
is very
Squints.
valid. But you know what? I don't give a shit.
Hi, Squint.
All right. This next question is about a Song of Ice and Fire. In the Battle of the
yeah.
Blackwater, Tyrion Lannister is tasked with defending the shore of King's Landing. As a secret weapon, he stockpiles wildfire, and plans to use ballistas to deliver it to the attacking ships. He also instructs his general Frey.
Is this the book or the show?
It's
Um,
gonna be the show.
Book, I believe.
Okay.
He said a song of ice and fire.
I said a Song of Ice and Fire.
Yeah.
That's
Just kind of
true.
covering all my bases here, but I would probably specify in the show. So this is book.
This is book. Okay. Well, really, he isn't planning to use ballistas. It's catapults that he uses.
Now, do I want to give it to you or not? You found the thing that's wrong with it.
Ballistas. I'm sorry, I said it wrong.
No, that's not. I wouldn't dock you for that. No.
I don't know. Sometimes
I'm gonna do a little fact check if anyone else wants to try to figure out.
Oh, did I call them? It's trebuchets.
And that is correct.
There
Okay,
you go.
there we
Okay.
go.
I just used the wrong thing. I just used catapults instead of trebuchets.
I was going to
Trebuchet.
see if a trebuchet is technically a catapult, but you still get the point.
I think it might be the other way around. A catapult is technically a trebuchet. I don't know. I don't
It
understand.
all depends on how the weight distribution happens.
Yeah, a trebuchet
Of course
is
you know.
more like it's almost like a sling launcher, whereas
Yeah, it's larger and
a
more,
catapult
yeah.
is a platform launcher. So I mean, they're
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
delivery systems, but they
Yeah.
kind of they have the same end goal.
So squints. We're playing well, really.
It's like I'm
and
actually,
basic-
but I had to change the name for legal reasons.
Just the legal reasons.
Legal. We have legal teams
legal
here.
reason.
Are you reset the
Those
buzzer there,
peoples.
Shadu?
I am about to. I was getting the next
Sweet.
question. All right. So our next question will be about.
I have a point.
Yes,
right?
you do. You
I
have
got
a
a point.
point. Our next question will be about DC Comics.
Should I buzz in now?
All right, something we know about, something we know more about.
Who's we?
Superman's true name, Kal-El, was often thought to be a reference to Jesus, with El being another name for Yahweh in the Hebrew Bible. Well, really, there's another story there, but that's not important. But, in fact, it was confirmed that the name is instead a reference to Moses. This would make more sense as the original writers were Jewish, and it'd be a little weird for them to make a reference to Jesus as their titular hero who escaped from a doomed civilization.
Getting all biblical on me there.
And this is part of DC Comics?
Tangentially, yes, it's about Superman.
It's about the lore.
Okay.
I see what he's doing here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to DJ Curry Music. What's up, buddy?
Woo.
Superman's true name.
This is hardcore.
Yeah.
Well, really, it's not a reference to Moses, it's a reference to God.
That's not correct. That's not what I was going for. I'll say
He's
that.
like, but you're not wrong, but that's not the answer.
And also, that is in the question.
Hence why he said it that way.
Yeah.
All right, DC
Uh,
people.
hazard a guess here.
Well, the writers were originally Jewish.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It wouldn't be weird for them to do that because as a writer, you can make references to whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not the answer. I'm just
Well, I
saying.
can't buzz in, so other people got to buzz in.
I'm just saying. I'm saying that as a general statement. It's the same thing with like Seth Rogen writes shit about Jesus and God and things like that, but he's also Jewish. So
Yeah. So would anyone else like to?
be reference to Jesus? With L being
Okay. I'm just gonna say, well, really,
oh.
it's not the L, it's
I got
the
it.
cow.
I got it. Well, really,
Well,
it's
Frank
not
buzzed in
Yahweh, it's
first.
Elohim.
I buzzed in first.
Yeah.
Let him
Trey,
respond to me.
Please continue.
Oh fuck.
I said, well, really, it's not the L, it's the cow. That's the difference.
That's incorrect, Phil.
Okay.
I said, well, really, the reference isn't to Yahweh, it's to Elohim.
Technically, in the Bible, Elohim is another name for Yahweh. So
But you and your technical shit. That's what I'm saying. I'm going for like, okay.
I understand. I understand what you're going for. Would anyone else like to go? Or are we gonna give here?
Out. Sure.
Do a graveyard. Just say
Jamie?
it.
Well, really, it's the Torah and not the Hebrew Bible.
I'm gonna move on.
That's the same
So-
thing.
They don't call it the Hebrew Bible.
True. It's not the Bible. It's not a Hebrew
It's not the
Bible. It is-
Bible.
There
It
is a. Again, it is. This.
We are dishing back your technicality.
I understand you're disagreeing by technicalities. Okay. The point is, it's never been confirmed that his name is a reference to anything.
Oh, so you
Oh,
made this
okay.
whole fucking thing
All
up.
Yep, I did. It is
Whole
a fan
cloth.
theory. It's a popular fan theory. There's never been confirmation of
So
it.
it was, well, really, this whole fucking thing was made up of whole cloth. That was
Exactly.
the answer. Okay.
Yep, that was the answer indeed.
All right.
Who do you
All
think
right.
you are, the professor?
Well, really, this entire statement is bullshit. And that,
No,
you know
but
what's funny?
we will get to that.
You know what's funny? If I would have said that just as a joke, like, well, really, the entire statement was bullshit. He would have been like, "You are correct." What the fuck?
Ooh. All right. Well, everybody, I think I actually forgot to say this at the beginning. You need a piece of paper or a pen or something for this next question.
Oh, and I also
Oh, my
I messed it up.
goodness.
What the?
Or just a really
I
good
don't
memory.
have my wipe off board anymore. Yeah.
if I would have known that.
Yeah, why did
because
you not
this-
tell us that from the beginning?
Right?
I forgot to. I meant
I'm in
to,
a
but there was
hotel. How
chaos.
am I supposed to write shit
I
down?
don't have paper.
You know what? Just have a good memory then. Just be-
Oh, have a good
I have the memory
memory.
of a goldfish.
I'm sorry,
Then
who
you're-
said that?
Ah.
All right, we're
you
fucked.
are in fact doomed.
All right.
Wow,
All right, this
pen's not
is-
working.
Are something I like to do, and also in the actual original
The
game.
Book of Mormon being a superior version of the. We're not going to get into this at all.
No, don't touch that.
I'm
Do
going
not
to
touch
piss
that.
off everybody.
And of course, we have
That's a great musical, though. The Book of Mormon. Great.
The Book of Mormon is a very good musical.
our what did I call this? We have our mini game question.
Okay.
Also known as the
Okay.
shiny question, which is just something I take from it because it's like a shiny Pokemon. It's just a little bit rarer, but it's worth the same amount of points.
Oh,
So-
okay.
What you're going to have to do for this shiny question is you're going to have to put this list of Marvel Disney Plus series in release order.
Oh, you mother.
And
Fucker.
I am not counting individual seasons, just like when first episode released.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
have a pen.
So I'll give you a second here. I guess I'm going to have to get a timer out here. I'm going to give you, I think 1 minute's fair.
Are you okay?
Oh,
So
finally
you're
did.
talking for my question is for what if you're talking about the first season?
I'm talking about the first season. I'm talking about
Okay,
that's what I'm saying.
okay, that's what I need to know.
So, all right. So let me know when you're all ready here.
We're ready.
Is everyone ready?
I'm
No.
not yet.
Oh, yeah. You wrote all your question answers down already, Phil?
No, I have not.
Okay, so
All right.
then you're not ready.
In 3, 2,
I'm
One.
not ready.
No, I'm not
Yeah.
I don't
ready.
know what you're talking about.
go.
I was writing these down. I didn't know we were gonna have to this go away from
well,
our
you
screen.
you got a bonus in time. You got 55 seconds. Go.
Okay.
Oh, did we start?
Yep, that's
The
what I was saying. I
fuck,
was counting
man?
down. 3, 2, 1. I was counting down.
The fuck, man?
Dun, 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 dun. 30 seconds.
Stop rushing me.
I'm just reminding you the stakes are very, very high. Two, one, and that is time.
Okay.
All right. So, I
did
realize
you
I
go in
probably could
order?
have made a slide with the correct ones on here, but so let's go in order here. Phil,
All
why don't
right.
you go first.
God, I fucked this all up. All right. So number 1, I have WandaVision.
Okay. Yep.
Number 2, I have Loki.
All right.
Number 3, I have Moon Knight.
All right.
Number 4, I have She-Hulk.
All right.
Number 5, I have Echo.
All right.
Number 6, I have What If.
Okay.
7, Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
All right.
8, Miss Marvel.
All right.
9, Hawkeye.
Okay.
10, Secret Invasion.
All right.
11, Agatha All Along.
Great.
And
Oh,
12,
fuck, I
Daredevil.
forgot about Agatha all along.
It's on the list.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
know.
So I believe you got one right.
I got one right?
I believe
Yeah.
you got
All
one
right.
All right. Frank.
Hold on. I got one right, meaning I got either WandaVision or Daredevil right because
That's true.
I can tell right.
I have. All right. For the first one, I have WandaVision. Second one, I have Loki. Third one, I have Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Fourth one, I have What If. Fifth one, I have Hawkeye. Sixth, I have Miss Marvel. 7, Moon Knight. 8, She-Hulk. 9, Secret Invasion. 10 Echo, 11 Agatha All Along, and 12 Daredevil. Born Again.
I believe you got 2 right, if I'm not mistaken.
What? I know I got-
2, 3,
Yeah, I
4,
got 2 right. I've got to
7,
I
8,
had to have gotten some of those
9.
right.
Was Loki before WandaVision? I thought WandaVision was the first
No.
series.
No.
WandaVision was the first series.
I'm sorry, you got 1 right. Yep,
Me? I got 1 right?
I
I'm
miscounted.
so fucking confused by this
Yeah.
shit right
Yeah.
now.
Are you ready for mine? See how.
Yes, Graveyard, go.
All right. Loki, Wanda, Falcon, What If, Moon Knight, She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, Secret Invasion, Hawkeye, Echo, Agatha, Daredevil. I know the last 3 are correct.
Cool. You got 3 correct. And Sack Deadpool.
All right, so I have Wanda, Loki, What If, Hawkeye, Falcon, Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, She-Hulk, Secret Invasion, Echo, Agatha, and Daredevil Born Again.
Huh. So I believe that's okay. So I'm just gonna go through the correct list that I have here.
Okay.
Okay.
And then if I have done something wrong, let me know.
Okay.
So the correct list is WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier,
Oh,
Loki.
hold on.
Okay.
That is right. Because Falcon and the Winter Soldier was second, and then Loki. We just forget that because it was
Yeah.
really unbalanced.
All right.
Yeah.
And then What If, Hawkeye,
Okay.
Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, She-Hulk, Secret Invasion, Echo, Agatha All Along, and Daredevil.
I'll go
Okay.
through that again.
You were wrong because you're like, oh, you got 1. You got no.
Say that in order again.
Okay. So WandaVision,
Yeah.
Okay.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier,
Okay.
Loki,
Okay.
Okay.
What If,
Got that one right.
Hawkeye,
Got that one.
Uh-huh.
Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, She-Hulk, Secret Invasion,
Yeah.
Echo, Agatha All Along, Daredevil Born Again.
So the only one that I missed was Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I put that in the wrong spot. All the other ones I had correct.
Yeah, I got
Great.
I
5
didn't
right.
have 3 because I have Loki, Agatha and Daredevil, and he goes, "You only had 1."
So,
Yeah.
Sack Deadpool, you get a grand total of 1 point.
Come on, board, bitches.
For the
Yes.
record, I had
Yes,
Loki
queen.
and Falcon mixed up, and I had Miss Marvel and Moon Knight mixed up. Those are the only things. So I was close.
Yeah.
Gosh darn it.
All right. Well, there you
All
go.
right.
That was the mini game.
Frey and Zach, are you guys out of the buzzer?
Oh, I've just got to turn my phone back on.
Okay.
Yeah, same here.
All right. I just want to make sure that you
So
guys are in
according
there.
to what
See
I'm
what's
looking
going
at
on.
right now, it says that Falcon and the Winter Soldier was after Loki.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, then I got 2 more than I had before, but
Sack
Deadpool
Deadpool still
wins.
gets it. Like,
Yeah.
That's So.
Okay.
So I
All right.
apologize that I was wrong about the order, but
Well, really, the question is bullshit.
anyway.
Hold on.
moving
So
on.
I'm having it pull it up right now.
Okay.
Here he goes.
Yeah, because oh god, this pulled up everything.
That usually happens.
Yeah, never mind. Because I put in what is the order of the Disney Plus shows, and it gave me the entire MCU timeline. So let's
Oh.
do that.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna move on.
Move on. Let's move on.
All right. This next question. This next question will be about the paranormal.
Ooh,
Okay.
spooky.
Oh, okay. No, you know what? I see what you. So I'm sorry, I had to look this up. I see what you did. So the timeline that you put down, Shidu,
Yep.
is the order of when it happened in the MCU, but not the
I
order
see.
of
So
when
I was looking at the
You
website.
did-
The
you did-
website was
You did in universe.
they
did
okay. They put
in-universe
it in
timeline is what
universe
he did.
timeline order instead of
Yeah.
release. Okay, cool. Gotcha. All right.
Okay.
So I was kind of right.
Okay.
Anyway, we're on another question. The United States is full of ghosts, supposedly. We have some of the most haunted locations.
I already
on
buzzed
Earth.
in, just so you know.
Graveyard, I will not accept. No, it's not, because ghosts don't exist.
Okay. Do you want my actual answer?
Graveyard?
You know he does paranormal investigation in real life,
Yeah,
right?
he knows this. He does. Yeah.
I
Well,
know.
really?
This is kind of for him.
Well, really, it was the Timberland Lodge that was The Shining. I wrote an entire article on it.
Okay, hold on.
Before we even got to it, he's like, that wasn't even the answer.
He said featured in The Shining. It was the Timberland Lodge that was featured in The Shining. It was the Stanley Hotel that was the actual part of it for Stephen King's inspiration.
Okay, then I
Well, really, he fucked up.
I will give you a point for that. That's not what I was going for.
I'm sorry.
But I
Well,
will give you a point for it. That is a valid tactic, is correcting the host. The host's
I mean,
mistake.
it's not the Crescent Hotel. I know that for a fact.
I keep forgetting that I have a sensor, so I have to like keep using that. Like, you.
Okay, so I'm going to continue reading the question. If anyone would like to pick up on the other thing that is wrong with this, then they may. The United States is full of ghosts, supposedly. We have some of the most haunted locations on
I buzzed
Frey?
in.
Frey?
Well, really, the Whaley House was not a manor. It was a courthouse and a theater. Oh, wait, no, I'm thinking of a different one. But it wasn't a manor.
I like James' answer. James is completely incorrect.
Yes, because it is a rifle.
Yes.
She was actually 100% married to the rifle
Yes.
maker.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's actually a thing.
Just her
That's
rifle.
what the Winchesters are named after.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I
Yeah.
was, again, not what I was going for.
Okay, well, I mean, it wasn't.
I'm not
so.
sure what the... Okay, so
The Whaley
manor...
House is in San Diego.
I understand that. That's why I put it on there. Is there a specific definition of manor? A landed estate.
It wasn't a landed estate.
Well, I am sorry that I used that term incorrectly then.
Okay, no, that's what I thought it was. So you can
That's
just say I'm wrong.
that's that is the kind of thing I would do.
Okay.
Okay. Once more with feeling. The United States is full of ghosts, supposedly. We have some of the most haunted locations on Earth, such as the Winchester House, the result of the crazed widow of the inventor of the Winchester rifle, Myrtle's Plantation, supposedly haunted by many of its willing and unwilling inhabitants, the Crescent Hotel, featured in The Shining, the Douglas Theater, the site of a great fire that killed several actors and guests.
Hey, I
and
buzzed in.
Frey?
Okay. Well, really, it's not the Myrtle's Plantation. It's the Nottoway Plantation.
I'm sorry that is incorrect. It is the Myrtle's Plantation is a
Mhm.
Okay.
I
All
buzzed
right.
in again.
grave.
Well, really, we actually don't have the most haunted locations on Earth.
I said some of.
But we don't. We by far we do not.
Okay, the sum of is doing a lot of work here. You know what? I'm just going to stop this question at this point.
Okay, what were you
I'm-
going for?
Digging myself into a hole here. I completely made up the whole Douglas Theater thing.
I thought
The Douglas Theater
I was
thing.
thinking that, but I wasn't 100%. It's like,
That is completely bullshit. Yep.
Mhm.
So, well, really, the host is full of shit.
This
I mean,
is
that's just.
this is one
I
of
mean,
the
that-
reasons I have trust issues.
I mean, that's kind of the game, though. Is being
It is.
in
full of
fairness,
shit,
though,
so-
in fairness, though, the Douglas Theater is a real place. It's in Macon, Georgia. So
It is, but it is also. I also spelled it incorrectly if I was trying to say that one. So, and I had to check. I was like, "Is that Douglas Theater haunted?" No. Okay, cool. You know, or is it supposed to
All
be?
right. Well, I mean, you got us. Look at you.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you get to
Pointed with
ask
you.
the whole question? Or did you get to say the whole thing? No.
I'm not gonna
you
say-
didn't.
no, I'm
Who
not.
really lost?
Yeah. Lunasis is very disappointed with you, Shidu.
Well, thank you very much, friend. Thank you very much. That would be one of my best friends. So,
Aw.
all right. So, let's see. All right, so the next question is about Wheel of Time.
Oh, is it about Wheel of
I'm gonna
Time
get it
being
wrong
canceled?
first.
$1.
I
All right.
wager 50 cents.
The wheel weaves
Oh,
as
can you
the
reset the
wheel
buzzer?
wills.
Hey, reset
Oh,
the
sorry.
buzzer.
Thank
The
you.
wheel weaves as the wheel wills, and the last turn at the beginning of the main story of the Wheel of Time involved a dragon reborn known as Luce Theron, who was a powerful... Frey?
I buzz.
Frey?
This question seems very familiar.
I'm just finished reading it.
Okay. As Luce Theron, who was a powerful channeler and reached the heights of the Aes Sedai, earning him the surname Telamon. After a battle with the Dark One, Luce went insane and proceeded to kill his family, then was cursed by Shamiel, and finally killed himself by drawing too much of the One Power.
Okay, so Jen, you had an answer?
Jen? Frey? Mother? Is she frozen?
I'm yeah.
Hi. Yeah, you can say your answer.
Well, really, I don't think they ever called them channelers.
I saw that used on the wiki that I looked in for this. On the
Okay,
Wheel
I
of Time
think-
wiki, it is.
But you're
canon.
really gonna trust Wikipedia for this, though?
Yes.
No, I trust the Wheel of Time fan wiki though.
Well, really, he wasn't cursed by Ishmael.
That is correct. He was helped by Ishmael. In fact, he was healed because he had impressed him years before.
I feel like this question was in just for me making you say his full
Hey,
name.
Graveyard. So technically, my answer was correct because he earned the surname Telamon later.
I
in
got
life.
it from the Wheel of Time Wikipedia.
Sure. He got the surname Telamon was later in his life.
So Telamon, is that
All right,
his...
I'll change your score to negative $7,800.
I know I still won, but this is a matter of honor, okay?
So Telamon, is that his Digimon name?
Frick?
I think I would say more like his. You know how Vikings had names, like they like Redbeard and all that. Like it was more of his moniker, like his
Or
his
like
given
epithet?
name.
I was thinking it was something like Telamon evolved to.
No,
Telamon.
like Digimon or digital monsters, Pokemon or Pocket monsters. This is a telephone monster.
Right.
The telephone monster.
And he's trying to call and see if you're
Telamon
interested in
evolved
extending your
too.
powers extended warranty.
Come on.
There's an actual like type. There's a set of people in Wheel of Time that as they proceed up, like further up in power, they shed their previous name and they get a new name. And I feel like it came out of this whole Luce Theron Telamon. Telamon was just his like almost his title, if you will.
This next question is about horror.
That's a great
Horse?
question.
Maybe. I can't buzz
He's
in.
gonna tear this one
That's
apart.
the one.
Oh, I know this one.
No.
Hey.
Reset the buzzer.
Oh,
The
Well,
United States is full of ghosts, supposedly. We have
The
some...
Invisible Man is a classic pseudo-horror movie about what else but an invisible man and his struggles. The movie itself is based on a book called The Man Who Wasn't There by H.G. Wells, which differs significantly from the film.
Of course, it was Graveyard. What do you got, Graveyard?
Graveyard, go.
Well, really, it was called The Invisible Man by H.G. Wells.
That's correct. The book was the same
Yay!
title.
Also, it's not pseudo horror; it's a universal monster.
Well, really, Bruce Campbell.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I think.
All right.
I mean, I think Matt Aguilar and Dodds got the gist of the hidden Bruce Campbells. Never in the right
Yeah,
spot.
that was
Never in the right
hilarious.
spot.
Dodds figured
they
it
got
out.
it.
Was like everything was like, I don't know the answer. Bruce Campbell?
Well, it's got to be Bruce Campbell.
All right, so we have one more question till our commercial break.
Okay.
James, he did spell Wells correctly. That's how H.G. Wells spells his name.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, spelled his name. He's dead.
Well, yeah, okay.
At that,
Well,
I
he's-
mean,
whoa,
that we
whoa,
know
whoa.
of.
He's alive
Rest in
at this
power.
fake hotel at the Crescent Hotel.
He was buried at the Douglas Theater.
Mhm.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Well, another one of my spike questions.
He was
All
the kindling to the fire.
All right.
Can
Oh,
you
good.
reset the buzzer?
Yes, I'm resetting the buzzer. We are on another one of my spike questions. This is a general film question,
Okay.
and you'll immediately see what it is. In the iconic, historically inspired Western Tombstone, Doc
Okay.
Holliday, played by Val Kilmer, says the line, "I'm your Huckleberry." But, Frey,
Well, really. Wait a minute.
Didn't we have a conversation about this?
We
stuff?
did, and I know
Phil?
the answer.
That
and
he
why- right.
it wasn't actually supposed to be I'm your hucklebearer.
Phil. Okay, so that's your. So yeah, that's
That's where we're going. Is
Yeah.
the line actually
That's
is
correct.
"I'm your huckleberry"? It's not "I'm your hucklebearer."
yeah. The line is actually Huckleberry.
Yeah.
That's the whole. Yeah. So.
I didn't hear any
All
well
right.
willies in there.
Well,
I said that.
Jen answered
Well,
it.
really, are you
Like,
happy now, Graveyard?
Well, really.
Never.
Yeah, no, Jen got the point for that one because she said it before I even got to. Even though he just wanted me to say it out loud, is all it was.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
Again,
that's right.
Spike questions. I have spike questions, and of course we'll take just a little break here to do our advertisement.
Ladies and gentlemen, the show
Here's
is
the
brought to you by the good folks over at W. That's right. W is a brand of energy drinks created to help focus concentration, reaction time with no jitters or crash. W contains no maltodextrin, no sugars, no fillers, no artificial colors or dyes. Find out more about W at www.w.gg. Use the code NERDING10 and get 10% off your order. Deliciousness. It is amazing, guys. Check that stuff out. The code is on the screen. Matter of fact, can I move this and put it over Shadu's face? Yes, I can. There it is.
But now you're covering yours too.
That's fine. I will take that if it means I'm covering up Shadu. It's fine. Let's just put this right in the middle, right there. Boom! Look at that.
Hey, that's nice. That's good.
Now he's just your gracious hoe.
I'm your gracious hoe. Oh
No.
yes. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Wait,
Hold
no.
on. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. Right there.
I'll take it.
I'm your gracious hoe.
Once again, I will do anything for him.
I will do anything for you.
James is correct. Wells is not spelled that way. There's no E, second E. But James, if you want to get actual points,
You
come
can be on the fucking show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can give you brownie points, James, if that helps.
I love
It
that
will.
fact Deadpool did a very Deadpool thing and just kind of.
Popped in.
Yeah.
All right,
Well,
guess we were
I
waiting
mean,
for... oh, he's back.
Sack Deadpool. I told Phil what one of the cosplays should be. I want someone to be Wade Wilson going as Deadpool as a cosplayer of Deadpool. So really shitty costume, fake mask, t-shirt, and just a foam muscle sticking over the costume itself.
But like
Just
wearing it over a Deadpool
Yeah.
costume, so it's
Right.
like Deadpool.
Cosplaying as
Dressing
a
as
shitty Deadpool cosplayer.
Well,
That's,
Well, I'm
that's great.
cosplaying as Deadpool, but what's the other stuff? I'm cosplaying as Deadpool.
Yeah.
well, I've
But
got
who
my
are
new-
you really?
I've got my new suit coming in here soon. It should be here by the middle of next month. So who knows what I'll do with this old one.
Oh.
Ooh,
Oh, there you go.
That's,
I'll take it.
He likes
I
the
have a good
brownie
rolls
points,
here.
don't you, James.
all right, here we go. Cool. So, this will be a question pretty much just for Frey. This is a question about Watcher Entertainment,
But what?
Okay.
and specifically a question about puppet history. At the end of
Yes!
season 5 of Puppet History, the professor is cast back in time and arrives in the
Please.
late Cretaceous period.
The buzzer.
Excuse me. But at the end of season 5 of Puppet History, the professor is cast back in time and arrives in the late Cretaceous period before being promptly eaten by a dinosaur. We then see that a version of the professor was hatched from an egg and is raised by unorthodox dinosaurian parents. Frey?
Well, really, isn't it the end of season 4?
I checked on the actual playlist. It is
Okay.
technically
Does it
in
say-
season 5 still. So,
Well, really, it
Great.
was the
Well,
Jurassic
yeah.
period.
Well,
Oh,
you're not
shit.
next.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, you're
Well,
right.
really, they
Yeah.
are Christian Orthodox.
And the birth of Velocipaster is born here. Guys, I just have to throw this out there. Look at Shudu's face. Just very much like, I fucking hate you all. I'm
prove
sorry.
they weren't Christian Orthodox.
Sorry,
Prove to
I
me they
messed
were.
that up. I hate
They're
you all.
dinosaurs. They're
Uh-huh.
They
And
worship the great
puppets.
reptile in the sky.
Well, really, I don't think we ever found out what kind of religion that they have.
That's not the question.
They were Mormon.
They were Orthodox.
They were Mormon. Which we all know is, of course, better than.
Better than regular Christianity.
Right.
Wait, I think Phil's right.
That it was the Jurassic, not the Cretaceous.
Say, well, really.
Well, really, it was the Jurassic, not the Cretaceous.
That's incorrect.
I was gonna say I also just shot that out of my ass.
Sounds painful. Does anyone
Very.
else want to hazard a guess? Or do we want to?
second.
Technical?
Well, he
Well,
was hatched
really,
in
it
an
wasn't
egg.
the professor. It was his apprentice.
That's
No, it
incorrect.
was the professor.
Yeah, his apprentice was the one that kind of cast him back there. So
Yeah.
Wait,
He was
you
eaten
said
by
the
a
buzzer, I got
dinosaur.
a better one. I got a better answer.
He was hatched.
Zachary,
It wasn't the professor. It was Bruce Campbell.
I'm moving on.
I did buzz in for a legit
Great.
answer.
Gravy, move on.
Well,
Go.
oh, okay. Well, really, it wasn't
Go.
the late Cretaceous. It was the early Cretaceous.
I'm moving on now.
Okay.
The correct answer is technically a pterosaur is not a dinosaur, and one of his parents is a pterosaur.
Oh, come on. You and your
Are you kidding me?
Nope, that's it. That's the correction.
what
You know what?
person
Yeah,
in the
we should
world?
move on.
person in the world, aside
Folks,
from dinosaur nerds of that level,
Folks,
are gonna do that to people? Like, most people look at him and go, "Oh, it's a dinosaur. It's a flying one."
folks, that is the game.
SHDU, reset the buzzer.
It's gonna get good. It's gonna get good.
Yeah, apparently, it
You,
is.
I'm haunting your dreams.
More than
Are you
normal.
also haunting the Douglas Theater?
Oh.
Because somebody needs to.
I agree.
All right. Oh, here we go. Good. All right. This next question is about Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Another one we won't get right because we're all going to overthink it. Let's do this.
Probably. Well, the cultures of a galaxy far, far away are as diverse as human cultures. There is one thing that unites them all: music. There are many genres of music in the galaxy, from gong and clonk work songs to gonk rock, a form of metal, to the infamous jizz music, played by Figure and Dan and the Middle Nodes, which was recently renamed to shiz in canon for obvious reasons, even though that's not really much better. Gravy?
Well, really, it's still called jizz.
That's incorrect. It's not.
Oh.
Yeah, because they realized jizz.
Sackroll?
Well, really, there is no music called jizz because it sounds really disgusting.
I
No,
basically
that's
just
incorrect.
said that.
That is incorrect. Jizz is literally the name of the music that
The jizz
Figure and Dan
melodies.
and the Molten Nodes play. It's jizz.
I mean, you know what? It is sexy.
The thing is that we weren't calling jizz back then, so that's why.
Frey?
Well, really, there is no such thing as gonk rock.
No, there is indeed. Gonk rock is a real thing.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, it's a real thing in Star Wars. Sackroll?
It's not a form. Well, really, it's not a form of metal.
No, it is
It
more
is.
metal. Which is funny because gonk droids.
It is funny. I mean, I liked it. That's why I said I didn't think.
And we're gonna go once more here.
I just buzzed in.
Oh, sorry, Gravy, go.
Well, really,
No, I'm sorry, you do not get an answer.
well, really, music doesn't unite them.
That is to be debated.
If they're united, there would be no Star Wars.
Phil?
Well, really, Galen Kalanak is not a real genre of music within
Nope,
Star
that's a
Wars.
real thing.
Okay.
Is anyone else?
Oh
wanna
my
go?
God.
Or are we moving on? I'm moving on.
All right.
So, they did try to rename Jizz, not to Shiz, but to Jats.
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 Like jazz, but with a T at like
Yeah.
T,
Jats.
like JATZ.
Because
That's
Jizz
just
was
dumb.
supposed to be space jazz. That's why they called it Jizz.
Right. Yeah.
Wow. I mean,
That's some really thick sounding music right there.
so what you're saying is you can shout out to people, "Give me your space jazz."
They should have just done what everybody does.
Oh my God! Give me your jazz. Are you
Snake
uncomfortable?
jazz.
Space
No,
jazz.
I hate it.
I know.
All right. This
Supposed
next
to be
question.
uncomfortable.
This next question
Yeah,
is about
shit,
Lord of the
yeah.
Rings.
She do. Oh my God, she do.
Oh no.
This next question is about Lord of the Rings.
I'm gonna get rid of the voice. I'm not gonna get rid of the voice now. Just you did that to yourself.
I can mute you though. Unmute you.
Oh, Shizoo.
I have all the
And I
power.
can unmute myself.
This next question is about Lord of the Rings.
She do.
I space jazzed in my
Fuck you.
pants.
We all know that Tolkien was a literature nerd.
She do.
yeah,
I'm
as you said.
jazzing right now.
God's sakes. We all know that Tolkien was a literature nerd, primarily in the native religious mythologies of the British Isles, but also a fan of everyone's favorite bard, one William Shakespeare. In fact, the Ents were inspired by a scene in Macbeth, where soldiers disguise themselves as trees, causing Tolkien to reverse the idea, with trees being soldiers.
Fuck, where's
Frank?
my buzzer?
Phrase it.
Well, really, the Ents were not inspired by the Ents were not inspired by Macbeth.
That is incorrect. They were, actually. Phil?
Well, really, Ents are not soldiers. Ents were supposed to be tree gods.
Okay, so that's not tech. So the concept of Ents were inspired by that, and the concept of them being soldiers was inspired by that. So
I love that
not really
JR
saying
in the
that.
chat. He goes, 25?
42.
Sackman Deadpool buzzed in before you cleared that.
Did he?
did.
Second, we'll go.
Well, really, the soldiers in Macbeth didn't disguise themselves as trees.
That is incorrect. Apparently, they did.
They disguised themselves as rocks.
Gravy.
Well, really, Shakespeare was not a bard.
Technically, he was a bard.
I was going to say,
That is
technically, he
a-
was a bard. If you really
That
get
is a
into it.
colloquialism as well. Yes.
Okay.
Does anyone else want to?
It was in was in search of the Holy Grail, correct? That is correct.
You're focusing on the wrong thing. Frey?
Well, really, Tolkien wasn't the primarily of native religious mythologies of the British Isles. He didn't give a crap about that.
You are correct. Can you be more specific?
Ooh.
Mythologies?
Tell
I
me
don't
what the
know.
mythologies are.
Like what the real mythologies are?
Yes, the real mythologies.
Like Celtic, like nature mythologies, like the
Oh.
you gonna give it to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. I was going Celtic and Norse, so yeah, you got it.
Okay, all right, yeah.
So yeah, so I said native religious mythologies. Both of the mythologies he pulled heavily from, Celtic and Norse mythology, are not native to Britain.
Right.
So
Okay. I got there eventually. Let's
You
let's
did.
go! Yay! I remember how much
I
I
will
love
say
this show.
that Frey is in the lead by quite a bit. We have Phil at 1, Frey at 4, Gravy at 2, and Sack Deadpool at 0.
No, I have one.
Do you have one? Oh,
Yeah,
you
you
do
got-
from the.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do have one. I'm
He
sorry.
won the
Second
French
one.
toast.
match thing, whatever shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's what I meant.
Right. I gotcha. All right. So let me. Oh, our next question. Going from one RR to the next RR. Our next
Reset
question.
buzzer.
Our next question is about A Song of Ice and Fire.
Okay, so it's the books.
Like in the real world, many noble houses in Westeros claim descent from legendary figures from a time of myth and legend. The Starks say they're descended from Bran the Builder, who built the wall. The Dornish may be descended from Durin Godsgrief. The Lannisters from Lan the Clever. Frey?
Well, really, it's not Lan the Clever. It is. I can't remember what his name is, but it's not Lan the Clever.
Well, you're not
Lan
correct. It is Lan the
Comfortable.
Clever.
Ah, damn. Okay.
All right, I'm going to continue reading here. And many lords of the Reach claim descent from Garth Greenhand. Frey?
Well, really, the Dornish may be descended from Durin Godsgrief. That's not true.
That is correct. Can you tell me who does think they're descended from Durin Godsgrief?
Who does think
Yes.
Godsgrief is? I'm gonna say
Plan the Isters.
no. It's not the Lannisters. It's not. No.
Is that Deadpool? You want to give it a shot?
Yeah. Well, really, it's the phrase that believe that they're from during God's.
That is
Creed.
incorrect.
Really?
Oh,
Frey, I'll give it to you. It is the Baratheons believe they're descended from Durin Godsgrief. Who supposedly
I was gonna
built
say the
Storm's
Baratheons.
End.
I was sorry.
Yes, who supposedly built Storm's End.
Right,
So,
with
Captain
Bran the Builder.
Sean Luke
Yeah, exactly.
Picard.
See, there you go.
It's not. It's Jean-Luc, not Sean. Well, really, his name is Jean-Luc.
John
Picard.
Luke.
And Luke's not spelled that way.
Oh, please, we'll get to the Star Trek questions. Don't worry.
No,
about
I'm
it.
just saying JR's game. Captain Jean-Luc Picard from the USS Enterprise from the hit TV show Star Trek: The Next Generation. And that's what I'm saying. Well, really, his name is not Sean-Luc. It's Jean-Luc.
Yeah, that's true.
See, his name would be Sean Luke if it were filmed in Ireland.
Ooh, all right.
Yes.
We're gonna go ahead and do this one. All right. This is a question about DC Comics. A guest question, in fact, by
Can you
our
reset the
very-
buzzer?
Buzzer.
Yes, a guest question by our very own Lunistus in the chat.
Oh.
In the DC series Gotham Academy, Damian Wayne, while in his Robin persona, gives Maps Miyazoguchi, a first edition book for the in-universe D&D equivalent Witch Boys and Worms, the name being a nod to Clarion the Witch Boy, who makes an appearance while Maps and Olive are discussing the game.
Shit.
I told them to go deep. So,
They went fucking deep because
They
went
normally I
very,
know
very
about
deep.
this shit, and there's a lot here.
They went deep and hard with this.
Yeah, absolutely. We're getting fucked in the ass.
I'm so sorry, Luna.
Well,
I'm
this
sorry.
is-
We're getting
sorry.
fucked in the
I'm sorry for what you're being put through. Gravy?
Well, really, it wasn't a first edition book.
That is incorrect, it was.
Okay.
You're kind of on the right track. Frey?
Well, really, it wasn't called Witch Boys and Worms.
That is correct. Can you tell me what it was called?
Witch Boys and Warriors.
That's incorrect.
Yeah, unbuzz me. I'm done. No, I'm not doing that because she had. I was thinking the same thing, something
No.
along the same lines as Frey. So
Is it
Well, go.
Warriors and Worms? Well, really,
It
it's
is-
Warriors and Worms.
No, it is not.
Well, really, it's something in Worms.
Okay, if no one else can get it on this next, I'll give it
I'm
to
saying,
Frey.
put us on the right fucking track. It's something in Worms.
It is not something in Worms.
So it's Witch Boys and something then. He's really getting angry right here.
Is that good?
well, really, it's the D&D equivalent to Deadpool and Wolverine.
That's correct.
Does anyone else want to go, or can I just move on?
No.
Just tell us.
All right, so it is not called Witch Boys and Worms. In fact, it has nothing to do with that. It is called Serpents and Spells.
That's
It is
right.
not related at all to Clarion the Witch Boy. Apparently, he does actually show up while it's being discussed, though. But it just has nothing to do with him.
Well, I mean, Clarion the Witch Boy is kind of a little bitch, so.
Yeah,
I have no idea who that is, so it's okay.
Clarion the Witch Boy. Hit me with the letter.
He
Yeah.
is. He's a little bitch boy.
I'm sorry, Luna. I had to. We would be here for like 4.5 hours if I let them keep going. So.
Yeah, we would just change every single word one at a time.
Yeah, now the comedy ensues. It's great.
Well, really, it wasn't a guest question.
Yes, it was because the
Well,
guest
really,
who
that was a
wrote it-
bullshit question.
The guest who wrote it is in the chat currently. So
There you go.
Well, but were they a guest on the show?
Oh.
no, a guest question writer. Because I'm
They're
writing.
a guest in the chat, but,
But
not
everyone's in the chat. There are
No,
viewers.
you know what? The point is to make it obscure, and it was obscure. I
Frustrate
appreciate
the hell out of
it.
you, which is always my goal here. So
Uh-huh.
And then
Gotta
we
remove
turn
it
it
off.
around and really frustrate you.
exactly. All right.
Yay.
I think we don't have that many left, so I'm going to just go in order here. So this next question is about Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Da-da-da-da.
Talking about
Da,
Star Wars.
All right. In the first 2 Star Wars movies, yes, I know they're technically 4 and 5, but you know what I meant. Luke Skywalker carries his father's blue cyan lightsaber, but subsequently loses it in his battle with Darth Vader. The next time we see him in Return of the Jedi, he has constructed a green lightsaber. It has been a popular fan theory to speculate that the crystal for Luke's lightsaber came from none other than Obi-Wan's master, Qui-Gon Jinn. But this wasn't confirmed until recently. In the official Star Wars comic, it is shown that after using a yellow lightsaber from a High Republic outpost for a time, and then losing that one, Luke finds Qui-Gon's crystal in Obi-Wan's hut and uses it to fashion his own weapon. Frey?
Well, really, it hasn't been confirmed.
That is correct. Can you tell me, yeah, and you know what? I'm not even going to say,
Just give her the point.
you know what? I am. Can you tell me how he did get his green crystal? I'm still going to give it to you. I'm just curious if you know.
I think he actually found a kyber crystal. I think it was like in a cave. He went in a cave and did the thing, and it was like
you're
it
close
called
enough.
to him.
Wasn't it in the Krayt dragon skeleton?
No, that is from Knights of the Old Republic. It's not what we're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
well,
That is
really-
cool though, because
That is very cool.
Well, really, he created the green lightsaber so it didn't blend in with the
the blue
sky.
background.
That is an out of universe technical detail. That's also very cool, but not what I meant. I was talking, in universe. Yes. So yeah, you're basically correct. He was given a blank crystal by someone to attune to. So basically, the whole Qui-Gon thing is just bullshit. All right.
Yeah.
James, where do you see Yoda in this question?
So
Yoda,
definitely
I am.
He said it wasn't Yoda's hut. There's no Yoda in this question.
In my
Yeah,
hut,
no,
you found
I
it.
said Obi-Wan's hut. Yeah.
I know.
In
Yeah.
my hut you'll find Saber.
All right.
Just there will be with it.
Well, moving from one star to another star, that's the question about Star Trek.
Reset the
Will you
buzzer.
reset the buzzer?
I keep forgetting. I'm not used to having buzzers. I'm sorry. Dilithium crystals are essential for all FTL travel in Star Trek. But why is this? Well, they act as focusing crystals for the immense energy produced by matter-antimatter reactions, as well as a power source. While the prefix di usually indicates that the element is made up of 2 atoms, in dilithium, it actually refers to its presence in both normal space and subspace, subspace being the realm that starships travel through at warp. Gravy?
Well, really, they actually don't travel through subspace. They actually bend space and they just stay in the same spot.
That is incorrect, shockingly. They do
Oh,
actually
makes so
travel
much
through
more
different
sense.
realms. Phil?
Well, really, it's not matter antimatter.
That's incorrect. It is.
Oh, god damn it.
I'll give it a go.
Frey?
Well, really, dilithium crystals are Well, it's not an FTL. It's not FTL travel.
Could you elaborate on that a little bit?
It's not faster than light travel if it goes through subspace.
Okay, technically it is. I'm not. So no, I'm not going to give that to you. Gravy.
Well, really, that's not the only way to do FTL travel.
That is what I was going for. Dilithium is only required for warp travel. It is not required for all the other numerous kinds of travel, such as transwarp, quantum slipstream, wormholes, a bunch of other things.
Whatever the fuck the
Okay.
Narada does.
What am I thinking of? That the ship actually moves space. I thought that was...
that is technically warp drive. It's just also they're moving through subspace. It's very
Okay.
confusing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well,
Because
That's
Thanos.
graveyard.
Like I said, whatever the fuck the Narada did and like traveled back in space, which also has to do with antimatter.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
This next question is a question about Marvel Comics.
Reset
Again,
the
importantly,
buzzer.
not the MCU.
The fucking buzzer.
Again, not the importantly, not the MCU, but Marvel Comics.
Marvel Comics. Okay.
There are
Okay.
many fictional nations in the Marvel Comics. Some of the most famous ones include Latveria, Wakanda, and Madripoor, that have appeared in the like Latveria, Wakanda, and Madripoor have appeared in the MCU, but others haven't, like Krakoa. Sagedpol?
Well, really, Sokovia has appeared in the MCU.
Okay, that is correct. That is correct. It has.
But that's not the
That
format.
is only one thing wrong with it, though. There is
Okay.
another thing that's wrong with it.
Oh.
Me?
Well, let's finish
Ready
the
for me?
question here.
I
Oh,
buzzed in.
Yeah, he buzzed in at the same time as Sack, so go.
Okay. Well, really, Krakoa and Genosha and Sokovia all appeared on Iron Man's 2 map in the background.
Oh shit!
You're obsessed with this map.
Oh.
I
saying
cannot
it's
confirm or deny that. That is not what I'm going for. That is not what I'm going for. I am going to continue reading the question
Okay.
now.
I buzzed in.
Frey? I'm sorry, I can't see over
Demonica
my...
is not a thing. Demonica, a nation of demons, is not a thing. It's not.
So Demonica
A
is a
nation.
thing.
It's not a nation.
It is. You're on the right track, though.
Okay.
I'm ready to continue reading here and finish it, and then we'll see if anyone else
Okay.
wants to. But there are even more obscure countries that will probably never appear, like Lemuria, homeland of the mermaids, Demonica, a nation of demons, Umbazi, a West African nation ruled by Basil Crestone the Manipulator, and Santa Rico, which was mentioned a grand total of once, when Henry Pym and Janet Van Dyne overthrew a superpowered communist dictator who had taken over the country. Ah, the 60s. Graveyard?
Well, really, Santa Rico is DC.
No, that's incorrect.
No, you're thinking of Santa Prisca.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sack?
Yeah, I was gonna say the Santa Rico, which wasn't mentioned in the films or anything like that.
Well, this is comics.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Comics. This
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
by
Santa Rico is a real thing in the
specified-
comics.
Yeah.
I buzzed in.
Oh, sorry. Frey, go.
Well, really, Umbazi is not a West African nation ruled by Basil Crestone the Manipulator.
No, it is. That was the thing. Anyone else want to? Again, I said that Frey was on the right track with calling out Demonica. Gravy?
Well, really, Demonica has appeared in the Multiverse of Madness.
That's incorrect. Phil?
Well, really, it's not named Demonica, but I don't remember the name of it though.
It is called Demonica.
Is it? Okay.
You're getting really, really close. So I can just move on here.
Okay.
Again, Sack Deadpool did get a point already. So,
Yeah.
all right. So Demonica, it is called Demonica. It is not a nation of demons. It's actually like a prison state. It was populated by criminals from various nations who then formed their own country.
So it's
Yeah.
Australia.
Has
And they-
yeah,
and they're-
it
and
is
they're demons.
Australia. It has
and
nothing
they
to
just
do with
happen to be
demons.
demons.
No, it
Yeah.
has nothing. There are no demons. It has nothing to do with demons. It's just called Demonica.
I don't know. I bet I could find a demon in that prison.
I mean, probably. I mean, that's not the question though.
And then all of a sudden, Clarion the witch boy shows up.
Right,
Yep.
exactly.
Or there's witches in Worms book.
Yeah,
I was gonna
which
say
boys
now
and
we are in
worms.
we are in the amalgam universe.
This next
Because
question.
it's DC and we're talking Marvel right now. So
This next question is about Lord of the Rings.
Ooh.
Oh Lord.
Of the Rings. Natale. Tolkien created many languages before writing Lord of the Rings, and among the most famous are the Elvish languages, inspiring many later conlang projects both in the fantasy genre and beyond. There are two main Elvish languages, Quenya and Sindarin. The difference, you may ask? Quenya is the lower, less distinguished language, spoken primarily in Middle-earth, while Sindarin is the High Elvish language, spoken mostly in the Undying Lands of Valinor.
hence why they call it High Elvish.
Gravy?
Well, really, there's more than two main Elvish languages.
That is incorrect, because these are the two languages that all the other ones stem off from. Frey?
Well, really, they're not. The Valinor is not in the Undying Lands.
That is incorrect. It is part of the Undying Lands. Is there... No. Okay. Sack?
No, Phil was before me.
Oh, Phil?
He buzzed in right before he cleared it.
Well,
Yeah.
really, the language is not Quenya.
No, it is Quenya.
Okay.
Graveyard?
Well, Zach is first.
Sack?
Well, really, you've got them backwards. Quenya is for is for like the primary and the Middle Earths, and the other one is for less distinguished.
I'm sorry, could you say that again?
He said flip them. Flip the
Flip
two.
'em.
He said flip them,
Yeah,
and then
flip
he
'em.
elaborated and did not flip them.
Yeah. No.
Right, but he meant flip them.
Yeah.
I got you. So, okay, cool. You are correct.
Yay!
I wrote in my little explanation, scratch that, reverse it.
Okay. Well, he wonked it. All right, let's
He wanted it.
Strike.
All right,
let's
cool. So,
reset that buzzer.
All right, I'm marking down who has a point, and then I'm resetting the buzzer. All right. All right. This is a question about. This is a question about Star Trek.
Ooh.
Oh,
The other
cool.
major question I have.
Another one.
No.
Well,
Well,
really,
being-
Luke used dilithium crystals for his lightsaber.
While being heavily inspired by East Asian and especially Norse cultures, the Klingons are a firmly atheistic people. While they venerate historical figures like Kahless the Unforgettable, these are never raised up to the level of gods. Klingon mythology gives us a reason for this. It is said that the first Klingons got fed up with their deities and so banished them to a realm known as Grethor, now serving as the Klingon version of Tartarus or Hell. Frey?
Well, really, it's not Kahless the Unforgettable.
No, it is. He's known by many names, but that is one of them.
It's Khan!
Con! Okay. Oh wait, I'm sorry.
That sounds like a mouse is ejaculating. I'm just gonna say that now. I am just
Space
going
Jazz!
to say that now.
I just jizzed.
I am just going to say that now. Gravy?
Well, really, if they're atheistic people, they wouldn't have a version of hell.
That's
God
not
damn it,
correct.
technicalities.
No, that's not correct. I said Klingon version of Tartarus or Hell as a comparison to our own world. They are atheistic, yet they do have afterlives still.
The answer.
That cancels each other out. That's so
No, it
hypocritical.
doesn't. It does not. Gregor?
Okay. Well, really, they didn't get like banish their deities to anywhere. They killed them.
That is correct.
Oh shit.
They did. They just
I
straight up
had
murdered
to
them.
think like a Klingon.
They just straight up murdered them.
Yeah, they just murked them.
Yeah, because that's a much more Klingon thing to do. It's just to kill them.
Fucking
Yeah.
murk everybody.
Yay!
The more you know.
Frey wins.
Doo-doo-doo.
All right.
That's
this,
next generation.
All right. This, my friends, comrades, and parental figures, is the last question.
Oh, here we go.
Will you reset the buzzer?
No, I will not.
The answer is I already lost.
This is a question about the MCU / Fox X-Men universe, and was kind of written for two of the people here.
Well,
Oh, goody.
It's gonna be a Deadpool
Sackwood Gravy.
it's
And
going to be a
Phil.
Deadpool question. Watch.
In Deadpool and Wolverine, we meet the
Fucking
variant
called
of
it.
Johnny Storm directly for the 2005 Fantastic Four movie, played by Chris Evans. This variant seems to be fairly useless, almost immediately getting captured and then flayed alive by Cassandra Nova on Wade's prodding and lies about him. Except, Gravy?
Well, really, it's not from the 2005 Fantastic Four. It's from the Rise of the Silver Surfer.
You're kind of correct, but that's not what I'm going for.
What the?
This variant seems.
Then most wanna hazard a guess. I guess I'll finish. Except we learn later that those weren't exactly lies, with Johnny even saying he wouldn't care if he was flayed alive by her. Zach?
Well, really, it wasn't a lie because he did say that in the post-credit scene.
That's what I just said.
That's what he just
That's
said.
the last line of the thing.
I buzzed in again.
Grave?
Well, really, he's not a variant.
I guess they're all variants,
Yeah, they're
technically,
all
man.
variant.
That,
He's not a variant. Variant of who?
that's incorrect because of what the actual...
Huh?
Okay.
He almost gave away the answer, is what he's saying.
I almost gave away the answer with that.
Johnny Storm. This variant seems to be fairly useless.
Jen?
I did buzz in.
Oh, you did? Oh, sorry. Fair
Yeah.
Well, really, he wasn't flayed alive.
I mean, technically he was.
Yeah.
So that's not what I'm going for. I'm about to move on
Okay.
unless someone else wants to go.
I'd like to
Can't
hear
believe-
what. Yeah, I'd like to hear what your answer is.
All right. So he is not from any Fantastic Four movie. He's a new character, technically. He's a new variant. Just played by Chris Evans.
But I'm saying
What?
he's not a variant.
He
He's
is a
from that
new-
universe.
Well, okay, sure. Technically, I guess.
Graveyard gets the point.
I see what you're going.
Yeah,
all right.
I
Yeah,
say
fuck.
graveyard
Yeah,
gets it
graveyard.
because he was, yeah.
It's
mhm,
you know what? It's not
mhm.
going to change anything. So I'm giving you the point.
That's fine.
And that, folks, is our game.
And Phil had 1 point, which puts him in last place.
Yay, Phil!
So,
Hey,
is
isn't
everyone
Rick-
ready for the final results? The end here.
Yes, we understand that all the questions written towards Frey, she won for.
This is like that. The way that everybody's in place, this is how we are. So Jen has the most points, Graveyard after that, Sack after that, me last.
That is correct. Phil with 1 point, Sack with 3, Gravy with 4, and Frey with a grand total of 7 points.
Ooh.
Wow. That's a lot. I think
So-
that's the most points anyone's ever gotten on this.
Yeah. So,
She played
congratulations,
this like a Dawn moment.
so congratulations, Frey. You get absolutely nothing.
Thank you.
Yay!
Brownie points into the next well, really.
You get
No, I was gonna say Phil forgot to say that it was golf rules. Because if it was golf rules, he would have won.
I win.
no,
That's
she
not
does.
how
No,
this
she
game
does win
works.
something. She gets the pleasure of knowing that she spanked us all like a Dawn mommy.
Sack, that's my mother. That's
So what you're saying is
A domesticated mom.
Yeah, sure. Well, that
That
sounds
works.
bad. That sounds bad. That sounds really wrong. All right. Well, thank everybody for coming, for playing. I hope you enjoyed yourselves.
Did you enjoy yourself?
I very much enjoyed myself. I hope
Did
you
you
don't
have
hate me enough.
fun?
I
He
hope you
space
don't hate
jazzed
me
in
enough
his
to not come
pants.
back.
He
Space Jam.
enjoyed this voice. SHDU.
Swear to the gods.
SHDU.
I hate it so much.
Well, next week, folks, we might have to change our Friday show to a Thursday
That's right.
for another Jet Nerdy. And remember, it's not about how many points you have at the end. It's the friends you make along the way.
Exactly.
But also, it's about how many points.
And
you
how
have.
many hidden Bruce Campbells you can find.
Right,
Right.
exactly.
I will tell you how many there are.
And about
Yeah,
how uncomfortable I can make SHDU.
You know what? You should be happy. I did not once call you shut this entire show.
That's true.
You know what?
Oh,
did take
yeah.
that did take a Herculean level of restraint. I appreciate it.
You get 1,200 points.
And just for that, you win the game. No.
No, get out of here.
I'm gonna touch you in a naughty way.
Oh,
What the
Phil.
fuck? What the fuck, man?
Phil, you're like his uncle, so I think that's really weird.
That is
That's
very.
like
That's like a yeah. Phil,
That's
Phil, stop being
creepy.
a stereotype.
It makes it a
Creepy
1,000
uncle.
times
Yeah,
worse.
Phil, stop being a stereotype.
All Phil's missing now is just the van with no windows.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure he has one. I'm sure.
Is Phil drunk? No, Phil's not drunk. This is me on a regular basis.
Wait,
All right.
say Transformers roll out.
Transformers, roll out.
ridiculous. Ridiculous.
all right.
It's Phil
Well,
direct. Jared, Phil is
Now
always.
I'm Megatron in the basement.
He's drunk on Dubby. Dubby isn't. Oh.
well, thank you, everyone.
Yes, thanks for coming.
Yes,
Hope
next
you had
stream
fun
is
again.
Tuesday for the download.
That's right.
Yes. Once again, I hope you don't hate me enough to not come back. So.
No one hates SHDU.
I like when you go, oh, and do that with your head.
Yeah,
Like
it's
that.
well,
That's
That's my
goal.
favorite
it happens
thing.
more
That's
often
the
than
way
it
to
should.
Kind of what I'm
fuck
trying to
anything.
do on this show is really just make SHDU feel uncomfortable. That's just,
That's fair.
especially when I
think
know
that's
he's
fair.
uncomfortable about something. It's like, oh, I'm gonna fuck
And Phil,
him now.
this is why you're my surrogate uncle.
The game is really how uncomfortable can you make SHDU, and how much can you make him regret for doing this, and whoever does that really wins. So it's really us four
Really?
trying to
Yeah.
get to break you.
You know
well,
what's
really
amazing?
uncomfortable.
Well, yeah, it's amazing.
The point is to make him as comfortable as possible so that he space jazzes in his pants.
Exactly.
Okay.
There you go.
know,
Well,
Guts.
I
It's
love
called
the
guts.
I love that they give me much more respect as a host for Jet Nerdy.
Also, I did not have these fucking things last time we played Jet Nerdy, so there's no guarantee that
And I'm not gonna fuck around like this on Jet Nerdy.
it's so much fun.
I'm
to mess
certain
with
you
this
are.
voice.
I am certain you
Oh,
are.
1,000% you are.
And
Yeah.
I can do custom voices on this
Oh,
too. Like
no.
if I mess around with stuff,
Mhm.
there's a way to
Yeah.
make custom voices on this.
All right. All right. Well,
Well,
thank
goodbye,
you, everyone.
everybody.
Yes.
SHDU will do anything with me for money. I mean, we'll do anything
Whoa,
for
whoa,
money.
whoa, whoa! I never said with you. I said with-
This is absolutely fun.
Okay, I'm done. This
All
is
right, we go off the rails. Let's go.
terrible. I'm done.
Yeah, this is-
All right,
yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. That is it from us for this week. For what was the game that what was the name we were workshopping on this?
The buzzer.
The buzzer.
I like that. I like
buzzer.
that. So
Yeah. the
for
buzz.
now, we are going to continue to call this show the buzzer.
I like
Just
it.
because we do usually do game shows and fun stuff like that. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we get going, just because I've already made SHDU fucking like shit himself 3 times already, with this fucking weird ass voice shit that I've been doing. SHDU, do me a favor, give everybody your pluggable, sir.
All right, I will. I am SHD Studios on YouTube and on Instagram. I currently do Elder Scrolls content, TTRPG videos, lore from my own fantasy world, my own original music, paranormal investigations, and so much more nerdy stuff. I am also on Frey's channel. We have a little series called Classified, where we take your favorite pop culture characters and place them into their respective D&D classes. There's also Journals of the Ancestors, that was a Freudian slip, where we go over the different races, ancestries, and/or species that inhabit the worlds of the multiverse. I am also in the Disconcerting Sphere. I'm in the Download on Tuesdays, the Build on Thursdays, and the Buzzer, which you are currently watching. And I am allegedly on Kyber Cave Productions. Allegedly.
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 Jen, you want to add anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Graveyard, I still don't have your button, so
God damn it, you have voice buttons, but not my button. All right.
because
Yeah.
default, these voice buttons are default on the mixer.
Oh, I have them too. You notice I haven't used them at all, ever.
Because he's respectful.
I'm
He
not.
respects
I'm a
it.
disrespectful asshole.
respects the
that's
host
the whole
time.
point.
Yes, I am good. Co-host of the Mostly Pilot Night, Mostly Podcast. Go check it out.
Oh wait, hold on.
They mostly
Oh, no.
I'm waiting for you to say it.
Pod.
out at night. Mostly.
There you go. So check it out. We had a new episode released last night. We have all sorts of new fun stuff we're doing. Check us out on Twitch. Follow us on social media at Pilot Night, and we'll see you.
All right,
Phil's version was creepier than the original.
and that's the point. All right, Sackpool, give everybody your pluggable, sir.
All right, yeah, you guys can find me on Instagram and Threads under Sackpool, Facebook as Sacramento Deadpool. And for those of you who are watching who will be in the Reading Anderson area, I will be at the Shasta County Renaissance and Fantasy Festival this weekend from 10 to 6 tomorrow and 10 to 5 on Sunday. I will be making my Thorpool debut for that one, so keep an eye out.
Ooh.
That's gonna be fun. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, you know who I am, your boy Young Phil. Distance Nerding, all the places. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Still not calling it X. I actually don't even know why we still have a Twitter, but I mean, I should probably get rid of it. Twitch, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, Discord, Blue Sky, MySpace, Vine, GeoCities, Friendster, Second Life, AIM, Farmers Only, Christian Mingle, OnlyFans. It's only pictures of Aaron Watson's feet and Mandels, the beard, John Mez's glasses sitting on a table, and everything I do.
To make SHDU uncomfortable.
Yes. I'll be.
All while he still decides to do the ASMR and fucking weird shit. All right, so
well,
we're all gonna just do.
If you could make people uncomfortable, I can.
Yeah.
I can't
So
even
should
go
do.
through it.
We'll do anything.
Is
from
that
there.
a vacuum cleaner behind you?
Yes, it is.
It's, for his, it's to clean up his space jazz.
If you want to see, if you want to see Phil's vacuum cleaner uncut, go to
Jackie, I told you not to bother me while I'm cleaning my room.
I'm busy. Leave me alone.
Yeah. That thing sucks.
All right. We should add chancla throwing to the OnlyFans. We probably should. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, if you would like us to break up with your boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other, pet, schoolyard bully, annoying neighbor, just tell us how much you enjoy us, hate us, or wish the internet would consume us completely and throw us into fucking Megatron.
Dungeon once again. You can
Interesting.
email us at dist. Nothing?
Nothing?
It's nerding at. Yeah,
Oh,
I won't
I
read it
was
live
waiting
on.
for everybody else to like throw in their 2 bits, but nobody
Well,
did.
I mean,
I just decided not to engage you.
I was going to turn it off as soon as we start talking, but inserting at AOL.com, and we will read it all live on air. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it from us this week. As we do on Fridays, there is no dance party at the end of this, but hey,
Nope.
we love you all. Guys, thanks and keep nerding together. We will
And
see
Bruce?
everybody for the next. That's
Bruce?
right.
Bruce, go to bed.
Go to bed.
Go to sleep.
Go to sleep, Bruce.
Auntie Jen says go to bed, darling.
Get
All
some
right,
sleep.
guys.
Don't make me drive back out and
If
give
I
you the fourth one.
do end up game streaming tomorrow, guys, it will be exclusively on Twitch and TikTok. So we will be there if I do end up doing it. So
So yeah,
we
watch out
will
for that.
yeah, so tune in for that, guys. We will see everybody later. Again, thanks and keep nerding together. Deuces.
Bye. See you guys.
Bye.
Let